Bitcoin price drops slightly. BRC-20 comes with a new narrative. Do you dare to buy the bottom now? PYUSD's market value exceeded 100 million in half a year. Being targeted. SEC is here with the knife. The largest DAO tool provider announces its dissolution. Is the concept of DAO about to collapse? Is now a good time to buy Bitcoin? MicroStrategy stocks outperform Bitcoin ETFs. FTX fraud case finally came to an end. I'm afraid SBF won't be able to live a good life for a few days. Change the world with cryptocurrencies. Get our wealth password. Let's slowly become rich together.
Friday, November 3rd. Where is the currency chain? Hey Mike. Let's look at the data. 12 noon today, Bitcoin price is at floating around $34,660. Last night was after a wave of gains. Sudden drop. From a 4-hour perspective, after this wave of price shock range breaks through, it fell back quickly after 12 hours. This is clearly a false breakthrough. Below we look at the hourly level. It's an upward trend line. If this upward trend line, if it is broken, there's a good chance we're around 33,300, where you can buy bargain hunting points. Okay, let's take a look again. Market for BRC-20. Yesterday Uniswap launched the swap function, directly linked to the BRC-20 token. A common increase in yesterday's 24 hours. First up is the SATS token. The 24-hour increase is 120%. The market value has exceeded $100 million, officially surpassed AUD, became the leading token of BRC. Besides, WBCS has also seen a good increase, increased by 90% in 24 hours, nearly double. TT rose 933% in 24 hours. Hunk rose more than 2,400% in 24 hours. The BRC-20 market is booming. Explain the ecology of Bitcoin. Already entered the second stage. Although the current BRC-20 market, it is indeed not as prosperous as Ethereum, but judging from the current trend, very likely to become the driving force behind the next bull market. So BRC-20 has evolved from the original. I don't understand it, I don't like it. It has become a must participation target. What BRC-20 tokens do you have on hand? Please type it in the comment area. Let's share it together. The last two major institutions. At the same time, they released their 3 quarterly financial report. One is Coinbase. One is Block. Let's take a look. Coinbase's 3 revenue is $674.01 million, a month-on-month decrease of 4.7%. After coin stock adjustment, loss per share was 1 cent, was beating analysts' forecast. On the other hand, total transaction volume in the third quarter was $26.01 billion, lower than expected $80.01 billion. Overall Coinbase 3, it's not as good as expected. Block's 3 financial report data shows the company's net income was $5.62 billion, a year-on-year increase of 24%. Among them cash out. Bitcoin sales revenues to $42 billion, a year-on-year increase of 37%. Bitcoin gross profit is $45 million, a year-on-year increase of 22%. So Block means Bitcoin revenue and gross profits grow simultaneously, is driven by rising prices and increased sales of Bitcoin. At the same time, it is promoting, so it can be seen, Block is in this round of Bitcoin is surge. It has benefited a lot. If Bitcoin continues to rise, trust Coinbase and Block carry earnings reports. It shouldn't be too ugly. Good, please like it. We're here to help you sort it out 24 hours a day. Cryptocurrency news you must follow. Pewds in previous programs told everyone. This is what people launched this year. Crypto stablecoin. The launch of this stablecoin focuses on compliance, born in compliance with regulations, so since it is global, the most compliant stablecoin, market value in several months, Pewds reaches $158 million. And to meet the requirements of the Financial Conduct Authority, people on October 31st, already registered as cryptocurrency service provider in the UK, can be permitted to engage in cryptocurrency service activities. In other words, as long as people comply with the FOC's anti-money laundering regulations, then you can. Newbies who want to enter the crypto circuit provides a very convenient entrance. Behind this is a user base of 100 million, so it's not hard to imagine. Paperless big game. The cloth was very smooth, but everyone needs to know who is behind this. Circ, right? I don't care whether you are compliant or not. Circ takes action.
According to Reuters, PayPal on November 1 this year received a subpoena from the SEC Enforcement Division, requesting it to provide documents related to PYUSD issuance. Subpoena demands PayPal provide stablecoins issued with it, all relevant documents and information, including but not limited to distribution plan, operation status, risk assessment, etc. PayPal said in response to subpoena, they are working with the SEC. Provide required information and documents.
Can be permitted to engage in cryptocurrency service activity. Everyone knows sent a subpoena to PayPal doesn't mean the SEC will sue PayPal. Because the SEC often targets various institutions, the subpoena will be issued. This is basically a standard procedure. It's equivalent to telling you I'm staring at you, you better be honest with me. That's what it means, especially in such a short time. Achieve size more than hundreds of millions of dollars market capitalization company, then you have to keep a close eye on it. Back time we can still get some fines. Typically agency response just provide the corresponding documents to emphasize that you did not break the law. This does not mean that you will face litigation. This time in Vietnam, I also talked with many Vietnamese calls from the United States. After some exchanges, the current climate of encryption in the United States is very chilling. Many American colleagues, they have all migrated to Asia, so Vietnam and the Middle East, it should be a basic point for the next round of Web3 outbreak. Correct. In other words, as long as people comply with the FOC's anti-money laundering regulations, then you can. Newbies who want to enter the crypto circuit provides a very convenient entrance. Behind this is a user base of 100 million, so it's not hard to imagine. PayPal is big game. The cloth was very smooth, but everyone needs to know who is behind this. SEC, right? I don't care whether you are compliant or not. SEC takes action. Well, let us pay attention to the development of DAO. DAO is called by everyone Decentralized Autonomous Organization. It was very popular in 21 years. What everyone said in 2022. It is the first year of a DAO. But the organizational development of DAO, it's never been very good. Especially those that provide tools for DAOs, some service providers or project parties. Not a very profitable way. Everyone needs to know what DAO is. Just you take power. Return to all DAO participants. I need to unplug the old one. Corporate governance model. So when everyone gets their rights, then your profit model must also comply with Web3. All voting rights must be profit rights and supervision rights. Return to all participants. So as a DAO organization, it is very difficult to make money. Recently, a DAO organization went bankrupt. It is Aragon.
According to official news, Aragon Association announces disbandment. All ANT holders will be allowed exchange their ANT for ETH. Token holders can follow fixed exchange rate of 0.0025376 ETH ANT. Convert its ANT to ETH. Aragon is already on the Ethereum mainnet for this purpose. A redemption contract of 86,343 ETH was deployed. Remaining funds will be used for product development. Association stated. Due to legal restrictions, especially token speculation and market manipulation, regulatory risks arising from this decision cannot be put to a public vote, but taking into account the views of the Aragon Governance Forum. At present, there are many DAO organizations on the market, includes LargestDAO, Arbitrum Beacon et al.
What is the problem with DAO in my opinion? Everyone knows that DAO is called an autonomous organization. Treatment is what I think is in this sentence. Keywords. So how to participate in governance. This is one of the appeals of DAO. But most of the participants, he just wants to make money here. Selling at a high price is his demand. Vote whether to govern or not. Indifferent to him. So if you take each token, if they all represent one vote, so if we want to achieve the so-called full democracy, that's very, very difficult. So in my opinion, DAO needs to develop well. There must be a very high-quality governance model. Let us vote for everyone. In other words, the issue of reaching consensus. Only in this way can the organization of DAO be promoted. Give the power back to everyone. Let everyone exercise your right to vote, without affecting the normal development of the community.
Michael Thaler. Weak Water 3000 only take one kind of Bitcoin. No matter how popular Bitcoin EFT is, it cannot catch his eye. SBF has always pleaded not guilty. Keep blaming the blame to the extreme. More than 100 years of prison life are waiting for you.
In fact, every year, no matter how high Bitcoin goes, there are all kinds of media coming to sing down Bitcoin. Say it is there, say it cuts leaked, say its assets are not safe, etc. But let us use data to speak a sentence. Let's take a look. Bitcoin Investment Return Index, compared with traditional stock investment indexes. What are the differences? We count from 2011 to 2023. What is the return on investment of Bitcoin? 11,278 times. This is equivalent to the annual return. The average for the year is 147.5%. Let us take another look at Nasdaq, the U.S. stock market. 100 index from 2011 to present, increased 6.13 times. For U.S. market rose 3.15 times. Therefore, several assets perform. Bitcoin profitability or rate of return. It is obvious. U.S. stocks have started to rise recently. Bitcoin also surged to 36,000, starting to fall back. In this wave of shock, founder of MicroStrategy, US-listed company, Michael Saylor is a dead ball. Interviewed by CNBC. What does it think about the future of Bitcoin? Let's listen.
Bitcoin is digital property, but without the risks and liabilities of commercial real estate. It's a digital commodity without the risks and the liabilities of gold. It's a digital tech investment without the risks and the liabilities of big tech. And so we're bullish.
MicroStrategy recent still continues to add to Bitcoin. Since the end of Season 2, for $167,067 Bitcoins acquired. As of October 31, 2023, MicroStrategy holds a total of 58,400 Bitcoins. Although Bitcoin fell slightly by 1.48 yesterday, but MicroStrategy follows. The overall surge in U.S. stocks closed at 6.32, comes to 453.63, up 211 year-to-date. At present, the market is full of expectations for Bitcoin ETF. Then only for Bitcoin. A soft spot for Michael Saylor. What do you think?
Well, I think it's going to help. It's going to accelerate adoption, and it's also going to accelerate institutional awareness and education efforts of Wall Street to teach the 99% of the investors that don't know about Bitcoin what it's all about. MicroStrategy is a differentiated offering. I think spot Bitcoin ETF is a great thing for investors, but we don't charge a fee. We use intelligent leverage, and we can generate a tax-deferred Bitcoin premium for our investors. So for people that are really long-term bulls on Bitcoin, we represent a pretty attractive option or alternative to a spot Bitcoin ETF.
You need to know that Michael Saylor is a dead bull. Not in vain. Just 2 years ago, when the bear looks like this, MicroStrategy's stock master also rose by 242%. More than doubled in 3 years. So this wave of his investment, not only did I earn, it also made many investors. I made money with him. To some extent. We also get close. I feel like we are peers with Michael Saylor. He preaches among Wall Street financial giants. Preaching in capital circles. We would like to express our gratitude to the students of Wetbook. Go tell the novices. This is a fair track. Holding Bitcoin can make you rich. Reach or jump quickly. Think about our 10 years. If you can say it can increase by 10,000 times, it is still okay to increase by 1,000 times. So as long as you hold Bitcoin, you have to preach about it. Do you think Buffett? People just preach stocks in a down-to-earth manner. Evangelistic heritage assets. Preaching the value of the dollar. As believers and holders of Bitcoin, why not talk about it? Just kidding. We don't know that one day, all square dancing ants will tell you, guys, buy some Bitcoins. At that point we were done. We have to sell. What do you think? After a month-long trial, the court's 12-member jury officially declared bankrupt exchange, SBF, founder of Skex. All 7 financial crimes were found guilty. This verdict marks the beginning of history. Possibly the largest financial fraud case. It's coming to an end. So it in court. SBF has lost its old stubbornness. The look on his face in court was very depressed. He clasped his hands together, looking very embarrassed. As for how to sentence, on March 28 next year, there will be a public trial. So let's look now. The situation is basically settled, but how long will it take or how much will the fine be? Until March next year. Only then will there be a conclusion.
SBF is accused of including wire transfer fraud against FTX customers, conspiring with others to target FTX customers, committing wire transfer fraud, borrowers to Alameda Research, committing wire transfer fraud, conspiring with others to defraud borrowers of Alameda Research, committing wire transfer fraud, conspired with others to target FTX investors, committing securities fraud, conspiring with others to target FTX customers, commodity fraud, and conspiring with others to launder money, concealing proceeds from wire transfer fraud on FTX clients. Maximum sentence calculation based on federal sentencing guidelines. If SBF is convicted of 7 counts, all established, the total sentence will be up to 115 years.
Overall, this event, it has come to an end. The villain was finally punished. His family in the future. Will he be out on parole for medical treatment, etc.? Have a lot of fun. Let us see in the future. Looking back on the entire journey of Skex. In fact, there are many opportunities. This kind of tragedy can be avoided from happening again. I personally lost money in Skex. Is 5 points more Bitcoin. So how much is your loss? We can use the comment section. Write out your losses. To warn everyone, when using a decentralized exchange, be sure to pay attention to the risks. All risks of centralized exchanges. All the same.
OpenSea Pro announced. Already online on Polygon. And by integrating the blockchain interoperability protocol socket. Supported on Ethereum and Polygon. Cross-chain asset exchange. On-chain credit platform Huma announces it has deployed CELO. Huma will bring cross-border payments. Liquidity platform Gia introduces CELO. In emerging markets such as Kenya and the Philippines. Provide on-chain loans to small businesses. Modular LR protocol layer unannounced. Received strategic investment from Blackpine. The team stated. This investment marks Layer Un officially entered the Asian market, aiming to expand the region. Available native Web Sun products. According to the official blog post, Deutsche Telekom joins Layer 1 privacy, strengthening blockchain LF0's validator network. Deutsche Telekom verification node, already identifiable on the chain. Mainnet will be verified starting from the next version. According to official news, Orderly Omni-chain has been launched on the mainnet. Also, the first vault is now live on Arbitrum mainnet. With Orderly Omni-chain, builders will have the ability to create cross-chain dApps. Traders do not need to cross-chain bridges. You can experience full-chain
Yesterday everyone asked about, if the Bitcoin futures F passes, why is there no price update? As a direct pulling effect, spot ETFs will directly drive Bitcoin price rises. Okay, let us talk about it again. What is the difference between the two? Bitcoin spot ETFs just hold Bitcoin itself directly, so the price of the spot ETH, that is the price of Bitcoin. There is a direct correlation between the two. If you are buying a Bitcoin futures ETH, then this asset is not buying Bitcoin directly. Futures ETH is investors. Bitcoin futures contracts, so the futures contract means you can specify a time in the future, specify a price, go to protocol to buy Bitcoin. He is betting on future price trends, so between the two, the assets in it are different. It has different factors affecting the price. Its liquidity is also different. Then the future risk exposure is also completely different. So Bitcoin spot ETH can directly bring in capital inflow and the most direct selling order, so it will have an impact on the Bitcoin price as a direct pulling effect. The above is the entire content of today's program. Our program is based on 24 hours, help you analyze and sort out the current encryption track. News you can't live without. Small things in big projects. Small projects, big things. We will all pay attention. You are also welcome to provide us with news clues. We hope to be with you in the bull market. Keep calm. Let us slowly become rich together. You can take a look at the membership benefits here. See you tomorrow.